hands up if you with it. Drop it.
Hello, welcome back to the Petty Parlor. I am your host, Jasmine.
And I'm Bree.
And today we are back with a topic that seems to never die. I don't know why it hasn't died. We say this every fucking time. Every time this comes up as a topic. We, as Black people, have never changed our stance. So please stop arguing with us. It is about BIPOC or minorities that are not Black saying the N-word. So I know this resurfaced a little bit just because of the Love Island incident that happened with Yulissa, where she started on the show and everybody brought up all of these clips of her on a podcast saying the N-word 85 times. Shout out to the person that clipped that to get all of them together to be like, no, she's a problem. And the outrage that everyone had from finding out of her saying that and being that way, and then, you know, the fact that she came on the show and then automatically paired with a Black person, like, no. So, but shout out to Love Island for immediately just being like, Yulissa has left the villa, and that was great, because she was going to get out of there one way or another. But yeah, so I know that's what sparked it again, and so everyone's talking about that again, and about how Hispanics feel like they have a right to say the N-word. And I'm here to tell you, you don't. We have never said it was okay. Never, ever. You've said that in your mind. Like, it's not been us saying it's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I you know, this is the thing. It's like we in our minds, we want to think that Black people and Hispanic people are super close and understand each other, but there is a lot of racism between those two communities. And so that makes it even more so like, why are you using this word? You know what I'm saying? Because you're not part of the community.
You don't get a pass.
You don't get a pass. But also, I can't stand to see any videos, and I see this all the time. I usually see it when young white boys are fighting, about to fight somebody, and they start using the N-word. Like, they'll be like, come on, nigga. For what reason? You don't sound hard saying it. You still was finna get your ass beat regardless by that other white. Like, it'd be two white boys fighting, and they'll be like, yeah, nigga. It'll be like, what's happening? Same thing. If it's two Hispanic guys, like, same thing. Yeah, like, you're not tough. It's not a word that you're just saying so that you can try to prove that you are tougher than other people, or that makes you look better than them or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's cool, and that's our problem with it, is everything that Black people do, you see it as a trend, not as something that like affects a real person. Black people are people. We're not objects. We're not things. As much as you guys want to just objectify Black women and jail Black men, we are actual people. So with the history of a word that was used very badly against us. So
yeah, that's a good point. Like, that is how people look at Black people. And there was actually a Reddit post that I saw a couple of days ago, and it just like irritated me. It irritated me, but at the same time, I understand what people are saying. But basically, the post was about an Asian woman, and this Asian woman was saying, like, first of all, so many of you post stuff on Reddit that I'm like, that didn't happen. Okay. As I was reading it, I was like, this didn't happen. Or you over exaggerated it very much to, you know, do this post. So right? Yeah, exactly. And so, like, when she was what she was saying was that her Black friends were upset at a white man who was like wearing Asian like garb or whatever while he was visiting Asia. And I was like, why are they not? Because one thing Black people like to do is mind our fucking business. Like, we really don't give a fuck about what other people are doing like that. And just when I was reading it, I was like, I'm not saying there's no people that exist like that, because there are. But I will say that, like, I think that extras were put on the situation. But there was a big kind of back and forth about cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation. And I think that the reason why, as I was reading the comments and everything, like people don't understand Black people's ideas about cultural appropriation is because everyone else's culture is appreciated.
Yes.
Y'all's
It's
cultures
respected.
are respected. And when people are doing stuff that y'all are doing, they don't try to pretend like they invented it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't rename it.
They don't rename it and pretend like pretend I invented it. Like y'all have been, they don't do that to y'all. They only do that to specifically Black American culture. That they love to pretend like, oh, we invented Kendrick Lamar, we invented rap. They'll be whatever it is. They'll be like, yeah, we invented that. Like, and so that's where it's very different for us because we are constantly have invented things to overcome
and to have our own shit
and have our own things and to overcome the atrocities that were done to us as a community and as a people. And then y'all take it, pretend it's this new discovery that's like, oh my God.
Everybody Christopher Columbus.
Right.
He is the
big Christopher Columbus energy. And that's why
the greatest example of doing that.
Right. And that's why we're more gatekeepy and more, about our own shit. We don't care about other people's shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not concerned because that's not my business. If you want to let people, the thing is, white people are not out here pretending they invented kimonos or whatever the fuck y'all got going on in China. They're not doing that shit. Like they're
not out here putting your hair on and saying, "Oh my God, look at my hair! I can wear whatever I want." Mm-hmm. This is da da da. When we are telling them this is not okay, mm-hmm. They then double down and defend themselves for doing it when we say it's disrespectful. Mm-hmm. If you guys say something's disrespectful, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Now I understand the culture."
Right.
That's where it's a big problem.
Now, sometimes when I will say with Mexicans, they do that. They will try to pretend because I've seen people try to pretend like they invented tacos.
That is, yes. Listen, Panda Express and Taco Bell is not real.
It's not real, but also the like slick back, hair with the hoops and stuff, and like the super dark lip liner or like the thin, stuff like that. That like chola like looks and stuff. Yeah. I've seen people try to claim like they invented that. So that's where it gets to where you're like, I want to gatekeep these things for my community. I understand if that's how y'all feel. That's not how we feel because stuff is constantly stolen from us and then profited from after the fact. And then after they've stolen it and pretended they invented it, then they go profit off of it. And this happens so much to our community and does not happen to y'all in that way. And that's why there's like, you feel very differently about cultural appropriation than we do. So
yeah, I'm just tired of non-Black people saying what's okay for Black people.
Yeah.
Like, don't speak for us, and I don't care if you cornered one Black man one time in your high school and he said it was okay.
Right.
He didn't speak for all Black
speak
people.
For me.
Okay.
Did you talk to me directly?
Right.
Because no. But and also Black people don't be speaking for these other communities either. Let them speak for themselves. Okay? This is where this becomes an issue is because these other communities constantly want to come down on Black people all the time. But the moment there's some atrocity going on, they want us to come to their
like we always say they want our yes.
It's not even fucking business. It's not my Black ass business.
They want our soul but not our blues.
Period.
It's just how it
so
always is.
We're not doing it. So yes, the N-word, it's a no. Okay.
Yeah, let's be very clear. No, it is not okay for anyone non-Black to say the N-word. Mm-hmm. You are not allowed. We are not okaying it. I don't care. I don't care. You grew up in the projects, the ghettos of Chicago and Detroit. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you've been around 10,000 years. You can't say it. I don't care if there's a crowd of Black people and they all saying the N-word to each other and da 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 and blah blah blah. In their conversation. That doesn't mean you coming in the conversation can say it too because they all saying it. No, we're not, and we're also like not peer pressuring you to say it. So that's also where it's fucking weird. You guys act like we're making you say the word, and we're not.
Y'all, everyone who's not Black is obsessed with it.
Like it's
really, It's nuts. Like, and the thing is, black people, black Americans. When I say black people, that's what I'm referring to. Okay, black Americans, we have so little. Okay,
So little.
so little. We have the N word, and y'all want to take that? It's nuts. Like,
And it's like, we can't tell your intentions behind it. Some people say the N word as an insult, but they're trying to say it to be cool. Some people say it as trying to be a camaraderie. Like that video that went around of the white girl at the playground, and she called a black boy a nigga. And they were like, why are you calling this child that? And like, because he's acting like one. See, shit like that is why you can't say the word. Because it's like, what does that mean?
What does that fucking mean? Like, and honestly, that's part of the problem, I think, is that.
And I use the A. She used a hard ER.
No.
I just want to say, I wasn't doing it.
Fuck off. Also, start punching motherfuckers. I'm so sorry, but this is beside the point. But we need to get back to it just hurting people. It's the bottom line. People don't learn.
That girl that got knocked out, she had the black eye and everything because the girl heard her saying some slick shit and she beat that ass. And she's like, I can't believe that this community is so violent.
That should be an everyday, multiple times a day occurrence. We're at a time in our lives where people got to learn lessons, or things are just going to continue to get worse. If we don't start teaching those lessons,
all this rage baiting, they think it's cute.
They think it's cute. You're gonna have to start punching people. Sorry, but
it's not cute.
It's not cute, and it's just gonna keep on getting worse if people don't start realizing, like, oh, because these people have almost no consequences. Yes, people getting fired, but the thing is that doesn't matter to them, because at the end of the day, hello, madam,
there's always a group of free radical racist ass white people,
right,
that are going to
rehire that person, and that's going to give them money. I mean, that woman that called that boy, that raised so much money, it was so gross and disgusting. So the bottom line is, we just gonna have to start hurting folks, and that's what it is, because otherwise they're not gonna learn lessons. Because regardless, even if she would have got her fucking shit rocked, regardless, that money would have all went to plastic surgery, and now you have nothing again. So like, there you fucking go. Doing? Like, what are we even doing? Like, we gotta start hurting people. But that's like one of the only things that we have, is saying, is being able to say the N word and having that type of in comedy. Like, people are the funniest people.
We are. Because we have the deepest traumas.
We literally have to always laugh to keep from crying, and it's fucking, like, every time something happens and I'm just like looking at comments from black people, I'm just like, we're the fucking funniest people on earth. Like, it's ridiculous. Even my own thoughts, I'd be dying laughing at stupid things that I just be like thinking about at work, and I'm just like, this is hilarious, because we're laughing about stuff that's not even funny. Like, it's not funny. It's actually a tragedy. So it's like, but that's like, let us have that, bro. Just let us have it. You just can't say it. Why can't I say it? I mean, listen, you're a grown man. Do whatever you want to do.
Research it.
Do it at your own risk, though. That's all we're saying. You can do whatever you want. You could really do whatever you want. We can't tell you. You're a grown man or woman. You know what I mean? You got money. Do whatever the fuck you want. Do it at your own risk, though.
But just know you don't know that person you saying it to.
That person.
You don't know what kids go to your kid's school, and if your kid said, how another kid gonna react. So,
and if they react bad, that's on you. Because you decided.
You learned. Did you learn today?
Teach them lessons.
So, yeah. And then just the biggest thing, and the words of Kendrick Lamar, they not like us. And it is very much so shown in the polls. We know that over 50% of Hispanic people voted for that orange man. So why do you think you are our community? You're not. You voted against, one, your own selves. And then two, against all the other minorities that are living here. So no, you cannot say it because you're not like us. I can't trust you. The only people I trust is the 92%. Like, that's all I got.
Those people in our own community we don't trust. Okay? That other 8%, you know what I mean?
I side-eye them as well.
Right. We don't know them. Okay. But that made me think about this other video that I saw about this man who was saying, who was trying to tell the black community that He was like, you know, if once they get rid of all the Hispanic people, they're going to be trying to get rid of the black people. You have to get involved because you're next. Motherfucker, what are you talking about? We were first, okay? We already knew this. That's why we voted the way that we voted. We are not here to now try to scramble and hope that we can correct things that were selected by you and your people. That's not what we're doing, okay? You got what you wanted. Congratulations.
Here we are.
We will be minding our fucking business.
We're dancing. We're doing boots on the ground.
We're about to go do boots on the ground literally right after we film this episode. We're not concerned. He was mad because he was talking about, I saw this person with the shirt and it was just like black men and women sitting on the building while the world was going up in flames. Yes. That's what's happening.
We fought our fights.
We did what we were supposed to do. It is now on you to save your own communities. And please understand,
made it very clear that we're not.
And y'all have to really understand though, like, and within your community, we can't love your community more than y'all love yourselves. This is where y'all have really fucked up. You're expecting us to do more for your community than you did for yourselves. And that's nuts. Also, y'all don't shame people enough in your community is what I realized. Listen, we don't give a fuck. And the black people, we don't care who you fucking are. The very moment you do some fuck ass coonery,
weird stuff,
we're on your motherfucking ass head. Listen, Snoop Dogg been the godfather of rap all his fucking life. The very moment he went to go perform for Donald Trump, have you seen this nigga again since then? Now he ain't went into hiding.
We ain't played none of his songs. We said, well, poof.
In the black culture witness protection right now, this nigga is hiding, okay? The very moment.
You know, I heard all this stuff about Nelly doing all these things. I ain't seen it.
I haven't seen nothing about that.
It's what it is.
We will roast you to death. We don't care about none of that shit. Nope. You understand? We don't care who you are. The moment you are on that coonery, you could be you could be Barack Obama. He get on some coonery, we're gonna be like, this coon ass motherfucker right here, boy. Like, y'all need your own word for the folks on in your community that are on that shit. Because a lot of your parents and your own, you know what I mean, your own family members voted for this man, and y'all are not
y'all
on
don't
their heads.
Go after them.
Right.
I don't
get that. That's why your community is the way it is right fucking now, because y'all don't shame each other enough.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to fear. You really don't. You don't know. We'll kick you smooth out the culture. We don't give a fuck. We really don't. So, like, y'all need to take some lessons from us. Start kicking people. As soon as they fucking start with that fucking bullshit, be like, yo, get your motherfucking, you know what I mean? Like, it just,
boo!
Like, right.
Boo this man!
Boo! Like, the very moment. Y'all need to get your own word. We have coon. You need to find something else. I don't know what you call them. Don't use our word. But,
that also came from something within our culture.
Right.
So it's not appropriate.
Find your
for
own
you
thing and then just start listen, Uncle Jorge, as soon as he fucking, listen, Tio, the moment he's on that shit. Well, I think Trump is boo. Fucking kick him smooth. No tacos for you.
We invite
no carne asada. No, none of the shit. No cerveza. Anything that's Hispanic. You can't have it now. You're out of the culture. Okay.
Yeah.
Black people, it's no fried chicken, no watermelon, no spades. You know what I'm saying?
No electric stuff. Once we find out you voted different, we'll be like,
cool. No invites to the holidays.
Unfriended. You're invited to the family reunion. Like, what is wrong with you? You gonna get side-eyed every time.
Every single time. We're not doing that. So y'all need to learn how to be like start taking y'all's elders and stuff out the community. It's really the elders that are the problem.
And it's really, they need to be educated. So if you have your opinion and you think, you're right and you know what's going on, you need to educate them. It's not our job to educate them. It's really not.
No, it's not our job to save y'all's communities and shit either, because we have our own problems, not this, but other problems going on in the community that we gotta fucking take care of. So it's not our job to have to save your communities, and it's also not our job to have to constantly keep repeating the same shit over and over again. By this time, y'all know you shouldn't be saying it anymore. You're just choosing to be this way.
Like I said, we've never said it's okay.
We've never said it's okay.
Why do you think it's so much outrage when someone does it on the internet?
I do think as Black people, though, there are people that we know that are non-Black that we will accept saying it for reasons that will be like other people. The thing is, people will know people and they'll know that person inside and out, and so they'll be like, whatever. If my homeboy whatever says it, and that's where we fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't do that
because we really should be like. No. I did. I had a time when I was young, and I was like,
when I was out, and my friend, well, no, actually, she was there, and it was me and her. We're two Black women, and then there were two gay Hispanic men with us. And they came and they asked us if they could say the word. One, appreciate you asking. Two, we were so disrespected. The looks we gave, we didn't even, I don't even think we gave them an answer. We just gave them a look, and then we looked at each other, and then we looked back at them, and then they never again. I never heard that word come out their mouth. They never asked me again. That was all they needed to know. Like, no. And the thing is, y'all say it's so common because y'all want to be like, that's just what, Hispanics in LA do. That's just how we talk, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all of the Mexicans I've hung out with, I've never heard them say that word. Never. So I don't know what type of people you hang out with, but it is not as common as you think because you're around a bunch of other fuck-ass people. It's not that.
It is common in LA, I will say. Like, Hispanic people do that, but they don't do it in front of Black people most of the time. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm like, y'all, you're not. You're
if
not.
You ain't doing it in front of me, then
right.
you know
you should.
You're not doing it.
So just do that, and y'all need to come up with your own words so that you could be like, nah, y'all, you can't say it. We'll respect it.
Yeah,
I respect you. I'll be like, yeah, cool. You tell me like, hey, you can't say cholo or whatever. I'll be like, cool, whatever. You know,
it's like the slurs that y'all got. We don't say it.
Right.
That's the thing. I don't have the desire to say other slurs in front of other cultures just to insult them.
They're not cool. A lot of y'all slurs are not.
They're a little weird. They're like, huh? It just feels a little off.
Right. But
yeah, and even me, I'm like, as a Black person, I don't even have the desire to say the N-word all the time like that. Like,
right.
Everything in my head is not nigga, nigga, nigga. Like, so I don't know why you guys are so like, you have to say it. Like, you can't get a sentence out. You can't express your point and express your emotions without saying it. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. It's just your own desire to try to make yourself feel like no one's going to tell you what to do. That's really what it is. I mean, we've made it to like desirable, and now that's really what it is. It's like just you want what you can't have, and that's all you care about. The moment that we're like, yeah, just fucking say it, you're like, oh, you're gonna be like, oh, no, I don't need to now.
Yeah, now I don't want it.
Now I don't want it. You said I could have it. It's ridiculous. So just fucking. I mean, do whatever you want. But do it.
Just know you're gonna get.
And then
not everybody.
Just start fucking stalking people. I
don't tolerate it. So I will embarrass the shit out of you. If you say it around me, I'll be like,
we need just like,
are you okay?
Everlasting taser. Like, you know how they have everlasting gobstoppers? They should be like, I just need like a taser that's always like just charged, that just lasts forever or whatever. And then anytime you hear somebody non-Black say it, just like fucking tase them. Just like electric shock everybody who's doing it, and then they'll knock it off. So.
I don't get it. Because I'm sure you don't say it in your workplace to your boss. So if you can censor yourself there, just keep censoring yourself.
Right.
Like, I don't. Yeah. People just think I should do whatever the hell I want.
Right. Also, this is just my last point about any of this. Stop pretending other words are as bad as the N-word. Because you
my God.
Listen, there's a joke that if you know John Mulaney, you've heard this before. John Mulaney has a joke where he's saying that somebody told him he couldn't say the word midget on camera because he was supposed to host an award show, and he was and they were like saying the word midget is as bad as saying the N-word, and he was like, no, it's not, because you're actually saying one of the words. You won't even say the other word.
Yeah.
The word that's not being said is clearly the worst word. So stop. I saw somebody saying like calling people obese is just the N-word for fat. No, it's not. It's not. Okay?
Just because you want someone to feel bad about saying something,
right?
Don't keep comparing it to Black people. Right. Keep us out of the conversation. You're so goddamn
just
obsessed.
Right.
You're so obsessed with us. I'm tired.
Exhausting. Y'all exhausted us, especially this year, child. My spirit shambles this year. Anyway, just don't say it, all right? And then black folks just start slapping the fuck out of people. All right? I've been watching a lot of Asian dramas. Those people be slapping everybody, and I love that. And I would like us to also participate in just slapping the fuck out of everybody. It's a good time. Okay, let's start doing that.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, any other thoughts?
No. If we want, we could just roll into part 2. We could say, cut it here, but it's on the same vine of what we're talking about right now. So this episode, yes, will be split.
Thank God I ain't white. I could say nigga. Nigga, yeah, I'm black.